Hi, I'm Jen. I'm an intuitive energy coach, and today I'm bringing you a mini series. This is going to be a two-part mini series with two different videos in it, and we are talking about the nervous system's survival system. And what do I mean by that? We're talking about fight, flight, freeze, and fawn. In this specific video, we're going to be going over fight and flight first. We're going to be diving into what is that? What are examples in real life that you're doing and maybe not realizing you're stuck in this survival mode, right? This is all trauma responses for the body, from the body when we get stuck in these ways. So let's get started. We're going to first start with fight. And I do have notes down here so I don't forget. So if you see me glancing down, it's because I just want to make sure I nail everything for you guys. And of course, if you want to dive deeper into this, because this is just the surface of the surface about all of these, just to bring them and introduce them to you, we can talk after. You can email me at info@jenmckillip.com if you have any more questions or if you want to dive deeper into this. So let's get started, because this can be some life-changing information and stuff you may not realize that you've been doing. Okay, so fight mode. What is fight mode? So first of all, fight mode is I need to fight to stay safe. So it's your body's way of feeling like I am not safe right now, so I'm going to fight my way out of this. And this can be physical, this can be emotional, this can be energetic, it can be in all different ways. It's not loud sometimes, confrontational or angry. Sometimes it looks like hyperproductivity. So it means you're just doing stuff just to kind of get out of this fight mode. At least you think you're getting out of it, but you're really getting deeper and deeper into it. Sometimes it's you being defensive over something, and sometimes it's masked as perfectionism. You have to have everything perfect, and that makes you feel safe. It makes you feel in control. So let's break this down further. What triggers fight mode? So first of all, our nervous system has a hard time perceiving a real threat from, I call it a fake threat, but from a thought that we run through our head. And our body's job and our ego and our subconscious mind's job is to keep us safe. So sometimes it can perceive a thought that you're in danger, even though, you're not actually running from a bear or real danger. These thoughts can make the body feel like you're actually in danger, and it can't tell the difference of the two. So what triggers fight mode? Feeling judged or misunderstood, fear of failure and rejection, emotional overwhelm, that's a big one. Fear of being seen, vulnerable. You are scared for people to see who you truly are. Triggers from the past. So this could be childhood trauma, betrayal, abandonment. What fight mode looks like in real life. So this is what day to day this might look like, and you might not even recognize that this is happening. So this looks like overworking and hustling to prove your worth. You feel like you have to prove yourself to people for you to feel good, for you to feel safe. Micromanaging everything because you don't trust it'll get done unless you are the one to do it. So I'm sure a lot of you can relate to that, right? I feel like a lot of husbands and wives, this happens, are in relationships where you don't trust your partner to get it done to the way that you want to do it. So you're going to do it because you don't trust them. Okay, that's what that looks like. They can't get it done the way you think it should be done. So that's what that looks like. Getting overly defensive when someone asks you questions. So if someone's just asking you a question, you're getting very defensive about it. That can be a sign of everyday life where this is happening. Arguing with yourself in your mind. Holy heck, how many times have we done that, right? Inner criticism, being super hard on yourself. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that. Judging every decision that you're making. Pushing through emotions instead of processing them. I like to call this compartmentalizing. Something will happen and you're just like, okay, I'm going to put it to the back of my brain and I'll think about that later. Being hyperactive to feedback, rejection, or boundaries, feeling like you need to convince clients to buy from you and understand you. You're over explaining yourself to your clients. You're trying to sell yourself to your clients because you really want them to understand you instead of just trusting that they do. Snapping at loved ones when you're emotionally dysregulated. Okay. We've all been there, especially if you have kids. This happens quite a bit. All fix it myself energy, which we already just talked about. You might look at these as high functioning on the outside, but the inside, you are at war with yourself in your thoughts, in your brain, and it's constantly like spinning. I should do this, I should do that, I should do that over there. So I wanted to add a little fun thing, because I know a lot of people will be watching this are trying to get into alignment with their soul pole, so path, what I like to call it, your career here on earth. And this is kind of what fight mode looks like in business. You launch with all the right strategy, but your energy is forceful and not magnetic. You're shoving it down people's throats. Yes, this is what you should be doing. This is what you should be doing. Like you're forcing it on them and my words are coming out right. And not letting your post, your launch speak for itself, okay? You hustle hard, but you never feel like it's enough. You're always like, okay, what more can I do? What more can I do? What more can I do? You burn out often and crash, and then the cycle starts over again. You rest. Okay, let's do it again. Let's do it again. What can I do? What can I do? Okay. You go into prove it mode. You're trying to validate your worth with results or money. You're only worthy if someone buys your program. You're only worthy if you get this amount of money in. You want to push past the resistance instead of listening to what it's saying. You know and can feel it in your gut intuitively that this isn't the way, but you're just going to keep pushing against that wall until you get it right. You mistake adrenaline for alignment. You feel on this high, yes, this is it. But you're on this adrenaline rush instead of it actually being aligned to what you're supposed to be doing. You're running a business from survival, not actually from the soul. So that's fun. I just wanted to add that in there. So here's some more ways how to know that you're in fight mode. Ask yourself, am I trying to control the outcome because I don't trust the process? I don't trust how it's going to turn out, so I'm controlling every tiny little detail. Do I feel tense when I'm working, especially like in your jaw, or do I feel anything you're doing in life? If you're being with the kids, like whatever it is, if you're feeling tense in your jaw, in your chest, you're like, oh, I can't catch my breath, like you're trying to breathe, that can be a sign too. Are you over explaining yourself, right? This is again, you're trying to prove what you're saying to be true. Are you overworking? Are you over giving to people? Do you feel like you need to win for everything to be okay? Is my nervous system in a slow simmer of anxiety all day? Are you having stress and anxiety all day? So these are some kind of ways to see if you're in fight mode as well. So what do you do when you notice this? When you notice, you take these things I just told you, you start to notice them, and you're like, okay, I'm noticing I'm in fight mode now. Here are some tips that you can use when you see it. And just noticing it is a great first sign, okay? Instead of just living in there. So the first one you can do is pause and breathe. I always like to put my left hand on my chest, my right hand on my stomach, and I'm just gonna breathe. And I'm gonna breathe to the count of 4. and breathe, let it out. So fight mode is fast, right? Our brain is spinning. We're fast, we're fast, we're fast. Breathing is slow. So that's going to help bring back down your nervous system. It's going to help regulate your body. Acknowledge your protector. Our bodies are our protector. We're going to thank it. We're going to thank it for trying to keep us safe, but we're going to let it know we are safe and it's okay. Find the root cause. This is my favorite. Find the root cause of why you're in fight. What is that emotion? So everything stems from an emotional root cause. Normally, a lot of this stuff has happened from a young age and it just keeps cycling through our life. So if you need help with this, finding the emotional root cause, reach out. I can intuitively look in and we can talk more about that. But get into your body. Move, feel, dance, fight. A lot of the time we're living in our heads and we're not connected to our body. Ask your intuition, start trusting, asking, what would you choose right now? What would my soul choose right now instead of being stuck in the survival mode? What would my body choose? So those are some kind of ways to look at that. You're not crazy. You're not mean. You are not too much. Take those words out of your vocabulary. You are not those things. You are just stuck in fight mode and your body is just trying to protect itself. That is its job. That is the subconscious and ego and the body's job to protect itself. And it's trying so hard to survive. And you just need to remind it, it is okay. You don't need to do this to survive. We are safe. You don't need to force your way forward. Be okay settling in, accepting where you are at now, and then moving forward. You need to feel safe enough to lead differently. So this is a lot of the stuff I do as well. We start to rewire the brain to get past those subconscious thoughts that are keeping you stuck in this fight mode. No, just saying affirmations is not going to work. Yes, it can be helpful. No, it is not going to fully solve your problem. We are energetic and physical beings, and we need both to heal. So that is fight mode. I'm going to get into flight mode next, and we will see you soon.